Hello everyone and welcome back to my sewing channel. My name is Donna and I go by Handmade by Ying on YouTube. This is Ying's Sewing Room. As you can see, today is Saturday, April the 30th, and I'd like to do a quick weekend review of my WIPs and UFOs with you guys. So stay tuned and we're going to slide through. My first, I would classify this as a UFO, is my Oh Say Can You See Sew Along that I'm doing with Lisa Bongine. So far it's only month one, so this is going to be each month. This is going to be, I think she said, an 8 to 10 month process. So I'm going to keep it on my UFO list as my unfinished projects, but you're not going to see a lot of progress, on this one until the next block comes out. So she's going to be releasing that the first Monday of every month, and then that first week I'll go through and do it. But I've got all, let me see. I'm trying to see how many blocks we did. Give me just a second because this was kind of cool. 31 blocks. So that one is caught up and ready to go. My next one is with Stephanie Stitches, the Pride Sew Along. It's her week one. She's got the pattern and all the information on her web, so on her YouTube and website. And we all did 4 of the hourglass for week one. And I've got that finished. I do keep all of my scraps in a Ziploc just to keep everything together until the end of the project. And then I'll either cut it down and put it in totes or use it for a bonus border. I have everything ready to go for week 2 and week 3, so it'll come together quite nice. So let me put all this in my little stack here. I do like to keep everything organized so I don't lose anything. Normally I keep this clipped and I must have dropped my clips sometime. So that's project 2. Project 3 is I'm working on a coriander quilts by Corey Yoder. I have 3 videos up. February's block is 1. March is 2. April is 3. And I'm going to show you all those blocks. But first and foremost, I want to show you the fabric. It's to die for. It's beautiful. So let me slip this off. It's the spring line. And I keep, these are the scraps from the first for a 12 blocks, so that's the scraps from that. But look how nice this fabric is. Let me do it this way. You might be able to see it better. And I'll just thumb through it real quick. But it plays so well with her pattern idea. So we've got that. She did have us get a panel if you wanted to use the panel, and I definitely did because I had never worked with those. And there was 20 pieces to a panel, and we cut those out. I'm not going to give the measurements, but she showed a video, so you'll have to hop on over to her page to see how to cut the panels if you've never worked with them. When I did block 1, I believe it was block 1. Yeah, one of the blocks. Let me just say one of the blocks. I always use enders and leaders, and if I see I'm going to have enough to make a bonus block, I go ahead and do that, even though it's not in the pattern. And I ended up with extras, and I'll use those either in a bonus border or in my after quilt, because all my quilts I like to use all of the fabric, and I just use them up. So I'm going to give you a quick flash through. The first one was my February block, and that's my story-eyed. And take note of the centers because every one of them is different. They are just gorgeous. And I think with this fabric line, they just are outstanding. I really enjoy working with tons of fabric. That's why I'm here. But is that not cute? How this just comes around and seems like whatever fabric line you use, it pulls from. and it just blends really well. And let me put this back in its proper position so that I can fold it in half, because I don't want a lot of creases in it. Pin this one back together and stack it there. And then block 2 was her Beautiful Day Mystery Rosy Wonder block. So let me open this up so I can give you a good look at that. That was quite nice. And they're not in any particular order. It's just 4 blocks per month. And in the end, she'll release the pattern and details on how to do the layout. And that's what we'll do moving forward. So that's block 1 and block 2. I mean month 1, month 2 block. And then the next one is the Fun Dash, and that's where I got my bonus blocks from. Now is that not cute? Love, love, love. We'll go on to this one. Even though the center doesn't have the purple, it just comes together and it just looks fabulous. So that was it for my Beautiful Day mystery box. Finished. I am still hammering away. I got 9 pieces of 38 finished for my Maryland crab. That's going to be just a work in progress until I get to where I can just sit and sew and work on it. But this is my coloring palette. It tells me what I'm doing. And this is going to measure, I think it was 30 inches by 30 inches when it's complete. So right now I'm just working on the big blocks of it. So that's my last big piece, and then I'll be moving to the little small parts. Then that covers everything that I've done this week. And my last project is under my UFOs. It is not finished by any means. I have to take a day and do the back for this one. I'm going to stand up and show it to you. It's my Indian quilt. It's a pattern. I call it my granny quilt. My mom was Cherokee, and I've just put this on the back burner, but I really want to get it finished and get it taken care of. It's quite large, quite beautiful. I love the way the pattern is. And I've just got to get the backing complete on it. And I ordered the backing from So Yeah Brothers. It did come in, and I thought I had it sitting here to show you. Let me grab it real quick. But let me show you this. It's gorgeous. I really believe that these feathers are going to play nice with this. Let me lay it together so you'll be able to see. See how beautiful that's going to look, the front and the back? I think that's just going to be gorgeous. And then I'm going to have feathers done, I think, on the quilting of it. Pieces Loving Quilting is offered to long arm this, and she's going to do that on one of her lives, so that we're all going to be able to see the progress of this one getting finished up. And then when it gets back to me, it will be squared bound, and I'm going to show this one to my siblings. And like I said, this one, it is a pattern by Quilted Fox. The name of the pattern is Desert Wind. It's a Cherokee pattern, Cherokee colors with Shawnee. And it's just a fun one to do. I'd recommend anybody, if you like that kind of work. It went together in a weekend, really. I just need to, like I said, get that one finished up. And let me see. that is pretty much my week in review, other than I did join for a sew-in chat with Melissa from Practically Creative, Stephanie from Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter, and Courtney of Pieces, Love, and Quilting this week for a little bit of sew-in chat, catch up, and get to work with other content creators. It's been quite a hectic week, and it's been interesting to say the least. But I did want to thank you all first and foremost for all your prayers and love and support for my sister as she's going through some serious medical issues. Yesterday she did go through bilateral mid-thigh amputation, and she's in intensive care at this time. She's got a long road, but as of this morning she became stable, which is a blessing, and she'll continue to need prayers for quite some time, and you can never get too many of those. But I wanted to thank you for joining me. If you like my content, hit the like button. Please subscribe, share my channel, and ring that bell for notifications. I am moving the channel forward with doing interviews on starting on every Monday. That's going to be my live day, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each week I'll have different content creators on with me. We're going to get to ask them some fun questions about how they became quilters and where their journey's taking them, and their hardest quilt, their easiest quilt, what they like to do, what kind of guild are they in, and things like that. So it's just going to be basic fun questions. If they have shops, tell us about those. So it's just going to be a fun time to sit and chat, and we're all going to get to know them on a little better level. So if anyone has any questions they'd like to send me that I'd be able to ask these creators each week on Saturday when I do my show and tell, I will be also doing a little piggyback video that's going to let you know who I'm interviewing and giving you the information. Questions for me or the content creators can be emailed to me at Donna, all lowercase, at handmadebying.com. And you guys have a fabulous day. Watch the last couple seconds of the video, and I'll see you soon in my next one. You guys have a great weekend.